Welcome to High Vibes. Tapping into your infinite self and keeping your vibrations high. I'm Tunisia Ali.
And I am Affinity Mordecai. And welcome. We're so excited to be here. What is our topic today, Tunisia?
We're talking about relationships and what it means to find or to be in a quality relationship.
I like that. And I want to start out. And I just want to give a little information as far as like what I think constitutes a healthy relationship. I think the key is making sure that you're healthy and whole yourself so that when that individual comes into your life, that person compliments you. Doesn't make you or build you, but you guys complement one another. I think another really important aspect of it is making sure that when you're ready for that particular relationship, that person is also ready in that space of where they need to be in that particular relationship too. So both is two people coming together. Energy, when it comes to energy, they're energetically connected. They're at the right moment, right time, right space, right frequency to be able to complement one another. What do you think, Tunisia, when it comes to having a healthy relationship? What does that mean to you?
That has evolved a lot for me over the years. When I was younger, I think I saw what constituted a healthy relationship from a place of dysfunction. I'm going to say that I was immature. I was not quite healed in a lot of areas. And so the way I approach relationships and what I accepted was very different than what I evolved to today. But one of the things that I feel is very critical in a relationship is to make sure that you're in a relationship and there's some basic harmony in that relationship that affirms who you are. When a relationship doesn't affirm who you are naturally and you're in a space where you feel criticized or you don't feel accepted, you end up being drained, and those can be dream killing relationships. And so for me today, there needs to be a real synergy in the relationship with the person that you say you love and the person that says that they love you. Each of you should feel energized in your interactions with each other rather than feeling de-energized. That's one of the most important things for me.
I like that. And just to piggyback on what you were saying is that I know many of in the work that I do with life coaching, sometimes I'll have clients that come in and their goal is to just have a relationship where that complements them, just like you were saying. And sometimes they have in the back of their mind that something about that relationship isn't resonating with them. They feel like they're doing all the work in the relationship. They feel like for some reason something isn't meshing. And I always say intuitively that's coming to you for a reason. And what ends up happening is instead of fulfilling them and making them feel valued and worthy, the relationship does just the opposite. It makes them feel unworthy and unvalued. So I think the key is, just like Tunisia was saying, is that just making sure that when you're in that space with that particular person, that you guys are complimenting one another, that you're feeling better about yourself after you leave that person's space, and then worse than in comparison to feeling worse when you leave that person's space. That's the key of it, and that's the whole point of us having relationships. Relationships are consistent of love, making you feel loved, making you feel like you are worth something. I think another thing too is sometimes the way our society works is unfortunately, we feel like we have this need to have to be with somebody, and that we're not whole if we're not with somebody. And that's a misconception, because you have to remember that relationships are about attracting someone who is healthy. So in attracting someone who is healthy, you have to be at that space where you're making sure that all your things are intact first. And if you're desiring somebody, you got to make sure that you're the person that you supposedly would want to have too. So if you say, hey, I want this great relationship, but you know what, I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time, I don't feel good about myself, I feel unworthy, it's not going to be compatible. You have to be at that space where you look at yourself and say, hey, would I want to be in a relationship with this type of person? And if the answer is no, you may need to do this self-work.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there's something to be said for the concept that you attract who you are.
Yes.
The people that are in your lives are mirrors. And so if you were to look at where you are in your life right now and you don't feel particularly empowered and good about yourself, then you're not in a space really to be attracting a quality relationship, because essentially you're going to end up attracting the type of person that mirrors who you are.
That's
and at
right.
that particular time,
Right.
that's not really what you want. And so
Right.
what Affinity is saying is so key, because you have to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
The more work that you do within yourself, the more healing that you do, the more whole you become,
Right.
the greater the degree that you will attract someone who is just like that, or at least at that particular stage of their journey. And that's what's
Right.
really so key.
I think that's important too.
Mm-hmm.
And also have fun with that person. Make sure this person who has similar likes to you. Now, of course, you guys are going to have some differences, but I think it's the key of everything. I think the key of life is to enjoy yourself. Mm-hmm. So before you get into the relationship, I know personally for me, I think the key was making sure that I had defined and defined for myself what it is I was looking for. Not specifics as far as like, oh, he has to look like this, he has to be like this, he has to make this type of money, not like that. But what I'm saying is that I want to make sure that that individual has all those key aspects of the things that I enjoy in life. So if I know I enjoy traveling, if I know I'm a very spiritual person, I know I enjoy time with family, I'm going to make sure that I'm putting out to the universe, those are the things that I want to bring back to me. Yeah. So as I put that energy out there, then what you'll notice is that you end up attracting that, because you're in the moment, you have no resistance, and that's what you end up attracting. Tanisha, question. How does energy relate to relationships?
Well, because you are energy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're just a bubbling, swirling field of information and consciousness, even though you're used to feeling your body self.
Right.
You give off a certain frequency, which resonates with other similar frequencies. So, for example, if you are mired in chaos, you're going to attract someone that is in chaos.
Right.
If you're doing your self-development and your personal work, then you will attract others who are in that same space. So, for one thing, it's about what it is in terms of what you're capable of attracting, but then the other part has a lot to do with the energy dynamic that you bring into a relationship.
Right.
Because people complement each other, you may not always be at this level in every area of your life.
Right.
But if you're bringing in an energy of openness, an energy of love, an energy of healing, an energy of personal empowerment, confidence, and those sorts of healing kinds of energy into the relationship, then your vibration will directly impact the other person in the relationship. I've always said that it takes one person to change the dynamic in a relationship, and that's for the better or the worse. So you may not even always have a partner that is fully on board with what it is that you are doing, or totally vibes with you in every way. We can't be total mirrors of each other necessarily, but what you can do is use your vibrational power, your vibrational frequency to raise the level of vibration in the relationship so that you can create more harmony.
I love that. I love that. So I think what Tanisha was saying, and I took a lot from that, is that energy is connected to relationships. It's connected to you attracting the person that you want, and also connected to, once you get into the relationship, to uphold a strong, healthy relationship with that individual. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was just lovely being with you guys today. If you liked the video, please like us. And also, we would love to get some feedback from you. Feedback and also questions on anything that you have or other topics that you would like to see us cover.
Yeah, we'd love to respond to your comments, your questions. If you liked us, like the video, comment on it, share, and we will bring other videos to you in this sequence on relationships that we hope that you'll be able to vibe with.
Sounds wonderful. Have a great vibrational day.